Yo, it's your boy Rico with the man Nico. We're here. We're feeling great, feeling good. How about yourself,
I
man?
don't know about feeling great.
How you not
At
feeling?
least not me. We're back at the Nico headquarters.
Yes, sir. And we
We're
look,
here doing our thing, our
look.
podcast.
I didn't want to try to come back to this about the whole MCU thing. I know that's your thing and all, and
I can make the whole podcast about every
man,
single one.
I'm trying not to. I'm not trying to be overcritical. But we had to
That's
come
okay.
we had to come back to the MCU and we got to talk about Thor: Love and Thunder.
Rico finally watched the movie. Well, I think
I watched all I could watch.
I think till the second act.
I watched all I could watch,
Yeah.
I'm actually just disappointed. Let me have a little bit of water. I don't even know if I have a question for it, but
We had a previous podcast where I watched the movie and he hadn't. And I told him I could spoil the whole movie and he still shouldn't even be pissed about it because the whole movie was BS.
yeah, I'm a little surprised that the same director, what's his name,
Taika.
that he was the actual one who directed Ragnarok, which was the best Thor movie. Which was the best Thor movie out of all of them. Actually, standalone Thor movies, okay, yeah. Thor was definitely better in the Avengers. That's where he's shown, or
that's where you see a Thor that you think, okay, this is Thor, and this will be his cinematic or film version.
Yeah, and I think personally for me, especially right now, and I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it because it needs to be said. It could be characters can be written how they want to be written. You don't have to stay true to the canon. You can write whatever you want. But my problem is don't turn any type of media that people are have been dying to see a representation of. Don't use it as a vehicle
to dump on their faces.
To push an agenda, that current agenda.
Yeah, that was very obvious.
And I'm just like, I don't want to see more of what's going on right now. I really just want to see a representation of what this story is. So I was happy to see Mighty Thor, which is Jane Foster. I was so happy to see her. I thought, man, recent comic book. All right, bet yada yada yada. We in there. We in there.
Natalie Portman will, some
Natalie
lover,
Portman,
some hater.
Yeah.
Hey, but she's a great actress. You can't.
Man, I was just.
She's good.
I don't care about the spoilers. I'm really disappointed that one, they made Thor so emotional. He was so emotional. He was literally, he was so indecisive. He didn't know.
Emotional.
Yeah, he was emotional and indecisive. Thor was like I literally got, because I only watched really the first half. I literally watched Thor be so uncomfortable around Jane Foster that it was almost like I thought he was in high school.
Oh yeah.
And the fact of the matter that he was having some type of weird emotional triangle between two slightly sentient but inanimate or somewhat inanimate objects, Mjolnir and Stormbreaker. Like Stormbreaker was like a jealous new girlfriend or something.
That was the
weirdest.
They wanted to do it. And it was just.
I just was wondering, like, what was the point of that? Like, we literally
got by 1,000 jokes.
Man, I was just trying to. When Thor said, "Are we good?" Like he had to appease a hammer he helped forge, and I didn't even know Stormbreaker was sentient. Like I knew Mjolnir was sentient because
it's not. They just made it like that for the movie, but it's not. It's not. Horrible. It was just for the movie. I guarantee you that will never happen again because it's not because that's not how it is.
After we saw Ragnarok and some of the jokes that were there and Hela's jokes,
that was good. That didn't cross the line.
Because you know what? I was like, Hela was telling her story. She had history. She was older than everyone, and it was like, oh, she was covered up and she was coming out. Like, yeah, all right, Hela, doing a thing, destructive. But okay, all right. Hela. That's all right. So we're good with that. But this story, this time around, I was like, okay, I was happy to see Jane Foster. But she was just basically like, she was gruff like Thor should have been. But she was out of place because she was just trying to figure her way about what it is to be a Thor. Thor's been a Thor for so long, he literally he forgot how to be his own character.
Yeah.
Like,
and they kept saying, "Oh, this is Thor trying to discover himself," and it's like,
no,
you've been doing this for 4 movies.
Thor just scored him. Literally, we got to watch their haircut chronicles where Thor had long hair, cut his hair, lost his eye. He went through all those growth. He went through mature growth, where literally he was like him and his brother were reconciling, living up to living up to his father, seeing what his brother went through, confronting hella family turmoil. We got to watch Thor grow up, and we also got to watch in Ragnarok Thor kind of go through a moment to where he's just like, oh man, for a second he didn't have to be the Asgardian Thor. He could kind of be his own. We got to see him be his own person, right? We got to discover who Thor was, not just the mantle, right?
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, cool. Love and Thunder was like, if Thor was a teenager before the first movie when it came out.
Not a teenager, but
like a middle school.
Yeah.
Like he was like in maybe 9th grade. And I was like, what?
They're just trying to push this whole agenda of like the gender neutral thing, and women being flawless and all men just being like silly.
Like I just didn't understand why Thor's character was literally like he had
obliterated.
Like he had literally forgot who or what he was. And he was like just giddy and uncomfortable around Jane. But then he was weird because he saw his old hammer that was broken. And I was like, I'd have had questions about like how to get back together, yada, yada, yada. Okay. But I wouldn't have turned it into a relationship. Like it when he still was able to pick it up, it was like, oh, okay, all right. That kind of was an homage to like who could pick up the hammer with the Avengers. So I was like,
but anyone can pick up Stormbreaker if they're strong, because he doesn't have a spell on.
Yeah, I remember he and Iron Man, he and Captain America threw it to each other and swung it around, and then they switched.
You don't need to be worthy to
hold Stormbreaker, right? Even though Stormbreaker would be really heavy because it's the heart of a dead star.
But it's not a worthy or unworthy thing.
So I would think, but then when I saw the whole thing about King Valkyrie,
they're pushing it too much.
And but that's all. I read the explanation about like, oh, King's a title, and I was like, whatever. And I was like, all right, cool. But they played up on her like they had her kiss the girl hand and everything. I was like, all right, I see this. But when I remember the part that made me laugh was when they said a human's not supposed to wield Mjolnir. The strength is too much for a human, right? And then when I saw that Jane Foster, she had cancer. So when she wasn't in Thor mode, it's almost like Shazam. When you're not in the mode, you're really frail. And she was already sick, and whatnot. I was like, oh, okay, so she needs she needs to be in the Thor mode or God mode to literally stay healthy. So it's like, oh, okay. But it's killing her.
So that made no sense.
Because she's not Asgardian. So, but then when I thought about it, was like, I wonder why like Valkyrie why would the mantle? But I know Mjolnir found her. Mjolnir went and found her.
Because Thor, what do you call it?
Dark.
No, Thor had a spell done to Mjolnir to take care of her.
Oh.
That's why. I don't know if you got to that part. You should have, yeah, because he explained it at the very beginning.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. So you probably didn't pay attention.
I wasn't paying attention.
That was in the beginning.
I was just looking at
the reason she can do it is that Thor. You know how Odin did the spell on Mjolnir.
He spoke to Mjolnir.
That's what Thor did for Jane. He said, "Oh, if I'm not around, you have to take care of her."
Oh,
that's why.
Right. And I just thought that was weird. But the what took the cake for me was when they were at the which was really cool when they had all the gods together. And they had all the different gods represented. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. All these deities are together. They were kind of bougie. And
gods.
Yeah, but the thing I looked at it was like, okay, they're the gods and whatever, the deities and whatnot. Zeus, man, Russell Crowe's my dude. But Zeus,
he just does his job. He does what he stole. Don't blame the guy.
God,
he does what he stole. He gets a paycheck.
The character was pathetic.
Home. He goes
that lame Greek accent, the thunderbolt diddling and all that. It was like a swinging, like you're swinging stuff around contest, man. I was like, is this for real? Like, is this for real?
They let Taika Waititi take absolutely everything as a joke, and not even good jokes.
Not even like I couldn't
take. Like if they're good jokes, okay, this is Thor: The God of Thunder, okay, and I'm laughing my ass off the whole movie. I don't want to, but I had a great time.
Yeah,
I don't want to laugh, but I did.
I did
but
that.
I never did.
I did that with Rocket Raccoon, and I did that with Drax and his really dry comedy. I got that already. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good
you
with
can have a character be like that, but no, but not everybody.
But not everything. And then like when Zeus came up to me and started,
they didn't treat Jane and Valkyrie as jokes though. No, they didn't. He's always the guy.
They had their funny moments.
Yeah, funny moments. They were like stupid, embarrassing moments, like the guys, and that's what a lot of people are saying on YouTube. This is the whole phase where men are stupid and they get treated like dumbasses, and the women are like flawless and perfect and never make mistakes and so smart.
Flawless and perfect.
Yeah, that's how they're making the women out to be. When you keep watching the phase 4, you're going.
All right, you know what?
Especially when you watch Loki.
All right, this is what I'm gonna say about that. So I get maybe because you don't really have any the strong male leads because Captain America's out, T'Challa's out, Iron Man's out, Vision is out, Hulk. Oh, we're gonna get back to that in a second. Hawkeye is out. Yeah, all the real strong leaders are not really there. The only men that are really there are secondary. Like War Machine is secondary. Hank Pym, Oh no, he's secondary. He's out pretty much. Yeah, he's secondary. And everybody like Daredevil and all that, they're secondary characters. So, and I would say because what's his comic relief? Star-Lord, he's comic relief. So he's pretty much secondary. Peter Parker's secondary. He's Peter. He is Spider-Man, but he's not a male. He's not a lead male character. Freaking what's the name? Is not really a lead like that.
But it's not about that, bro. They make a lead whoever they want to make. If they can make Doctor Strange the new Iron Man of the multiverse saga, they can. They won't, but they can. Won't.
They shouldn't, but okay.
They can.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? They can change up whoever. Captain America in the comics, it was a joke. He wasn't taken that seriously. His image changed when he went into the big screen. But Captain America wasn't a big deal, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal.
It wasn't. The big deals were the X-Men, Spider-Man, and the Fantastic Four. Yeah. That's it. That's it.
So we'll see what happens with Reed. We'll see what happens with Reed Richards is a really big deal.
But going back to Thor was BS. You should finish it, though.
I'm gonna watch.
Rico only watched until I want to say the second act, but not even the third act.
Yeah, no.
You didn't even watch the fight.
I don't feel like I missed anything.
No, you didn't miss anything.
But I like, but he said like if in this phase, like I look at how they fumbled Captain Marvel. They really fumbled Black Widow. I think
they fumbled.
Like how all that kind of played out with like those actresses, like not in the MCU but outside of the MCU, like in their real lives, just the tumultuous handling of those two actresses in their roles. Like they kind of dropped the ball on those. Those really could have been really strong characters.
Oh yeah, Captain. Yeah, it's a whole other subject.
Oh yeah, well they're gonna make Nova, and
they're gonna make the Marvels, but Captain Marvel that movie was so bad that they now for the sequel to it, it's not even by herself anymore. She has a team.
Yeah,
Captain Marvel's literally is Captain Marvel 2.
Yeah,
literally, and the continuation of Miss Marvel, the Disney Plus show, but. That movie was so bad, like they don't want to make Captain Marvel 2 because people aren't going to watch it.
Yeah, and I'm really looking at Rogue to be Rogue, but she has to take Captain Marvel's powers or Miss Marvel's powers.
The only things that are going to save the MCU would be Moon Knight. Moon Knight was amazing. Moon Knight was great. I mean, this year, Moon Knight was great. Doctor Strange. It was a very messy plot, didn't make sense, but it was good. It was a good movie. It refreshed your mind to not the regular MCU feeling. You got that Raimi feeling, so that's good. And maybe the horror Halloween special that's gonna come out for Werewolf by Night in October. Do you see the trailer? Oh, I was like, holy shit, I was scared.
Oh, wow.
Like, that shit was strong, and it's gonna go on Disney Plus.
Okay.
So that'll save it, and Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, we'll
Those
see.
are the only things that are gonna save Phase 4 because
For this
it
year?
really has been BS.
Yeah.
The whole thing has been BS.
Yeah, I for what people say about the idea of She-Hulk. I like the idea of She-Hulk. I like the
I hate it.
I like She-Hulk as far as it being brought out and being made into a show. I actually do like that.
Have you watched the first full episode?
No, I got to go back and watch the full episode. If I'm probably going to see
That's
the
why you're
pandering.
entertained.
I'm going to see the pandering, probably. But ultimately,
Well, tell the people what you're gonna do with the MCU shows.
oh, so I'm going to watch them all.
What your plan is.
I'm going to take a full week and
Rico's
watch.
behind a couple of years, to be honest, on his MCU homework. So,
Man, I didn't like. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I live a real life.
when the vision came out 2 years ago.
Yeah, and I didn't watch Civil War. Man, I didn't watch any of the. I didn't
That
watch.
should be a felony.
I didn't watch any. I didn't watch any of the Amazing Spider-Mans. I didn't watch the first two new Spider-Mans. I only watched Going Home, No Way Home.
No way home.
You know?
My mind, I was like, oh, he watched them go. I guess somebody else was driving. He was being insane.
Yeah, no.
He was watching it on his phone.
Now I made sure to watch. You know,
they're replaying in the theaters.
Yeah, they do that. But
I don't know why they didn't do it with Endgame. Bro, those theaters will be filled if they did that with Endgame.
Yeah, but I remember the last time they said they was like, look, could you really be in the movie theater for 24 hours straight? Because they show the movies back to back. I can't.
I don't know, that's too much. I did that in a couple of weeks. I did that in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, now I'll do that. I'll watch the shows and whatever, and I'll just, but I'm gonna get caught up.
Yeah, you have to, because there's many things we could talk about, but
no, when I get caught up, which is gonna be like a week for vacation, if I really feel like devoting my time to that,
you'll be done by the end of the year, basically.
Yeah.
After Wakanda Forever comes out.
Yeah, after Wakanda Forever, that comes out. We'll see. And I'll go from there. But Thor, Love and Thunder was not about Thor at all.
No, it was about them pushing their agenda and getting. I figured this out when I watched the She-Hulk episode from last week, episode 4. I know exactly what this is doing. They're doing this on purpose. So they don't want to mess up Marvel. Obviously, this is one of their money-making machines. So what they're doing is instead of making content, so 1X content for everyone to come together and watch, they're diversifying their content. So they got their kids show, boom, is Marvel. They got the women empowerment hashtag, independence, boom, She-Hulk. They got the little darker side, boom, Moon Knight. So they're kind of covering all sides to get more people, new people interested, because the fans we're gonna. And you can pick what you want.
And you can pick what you want to watch.
Pick what you want to watch. Hey, kids, they like Miss Marvel, for example, because they will. Oh, now a new kid is interested in the MCU, just from Miss Marvel. Oh, let me watch, Captain Marvel. Let me watch this, and then that's how they start getting new people interested in the whole MCU. Yeah, because that's the only reason.
They're not going through. They're not really going through cartoons, and they're not really going through comic books like a lot of us did. So
no, they're not. They're not going to. She-Hulk was based on comic books, but they just did that. They just did She-Hulk as like a thing for just women to like and laugh at, and now they have something they like from the MCU, and now that's the foot in the door. And now they're gonna start watching all the other content.
So a way to pull different people in.
Just to get a bigger fan base on. That's it. They're doing it on purpose. They know these shows are BS. They know these shows aren't exciting, and they don't even connect to the bigger world. But they're doing it to get more people in. I know it.
Thor was trash. You know what? I didn't think there was gonna be another Thor movie after the Dark Elves. I didn't think it was gonna be another one after that.
Oh no, he had to be.
Thank God he had Ragnarok, but it's like we're right back where we started. Trash, garbage.
I want to go as far as to say that I'd rather rewatch Thor: The Dark World than Love and Thunder.
I couldn't even get through what's name.
Yeah.
You know what? I'd rather watch the first Hulk and then the Incredible Hulk again than to go through what they're doing with Hulk right now. But we already had that discussion about being a punch bag, and I don't think Hulk's ever going to be the Hulk that he really needs to be. But who knows? They might split him into two different and make him Gray Hulk and Red Hulk, and
They just need to sit down and get their crap together.
we'll see.
You gotta sit down and say, okay, this is Hulk. This is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna give him a personality again. Because on Endgame, he didn't have one fighting scene, and this is the Hulk.
Yeah,
that's disappointing.
Oh, he had a fighting scene. We got
Endgame,
yeah,
not one.
Endgame,
Yep, not one.
Not one.
Not one. Not even the final part. He didn't have one fighting scene.
Was he shooting a gun? His arm was messed up, right?
His arm was messed up. All he did in the fighting scene is tell Cap that no, you can take the stones away. You gotta put them back where they came from. That's all he did in the fighting scene. The
put them back where they came from.
Yeah, the stones.
Put them back
because Captain America said, Hawkeye asked, "Hey, what do I do with this thing?" And Cap said, "Oh, get them as far away as you can, so Thanos can reach them." And then Hulk goes, "No, we gotta put them back where they came from." So that's when they were gonna go for the quantum machine thing. That's it. That's all Hulk did.
Oh,
that's all he did.
Because he fought before that when Thanos put them hands on him.
That was Infinity War.
Yeah, Infinity War. Yeah, when what's name took the fight out of it.
Yeah, and then at the end of Infinity War, the Hulk didn't come out.
Yeah, he didn't.
He didn't have a
fighting. Yeah, I remember because wait.
He didn't have a fighting scene in Endgame.
Nope. You know what was weird because I remember we remember when Bruce Banner was in Hulkbuster, and he was wrestling.
They're fighting Wakanda.
Yeah, it was fighting. He was wrestling with the Hulk coming out. Like, man, what's going on with you, bro? What's going on with you?
He never did.
That's sad.
He was going to come out, and then the trailers came out, and they showed that the Hulk he was gonna fight, and then they scratched the last minute. Mm-hmm. He even came out in the trailers.
That's sad.
Yeah, they just scratched it.
Garbage.
Yeah. So, all right. So those are our thoughts on Thor: Love and Thunder. Rico's gonna do his homework on the MCU. Finish on the Werewolf by Night trailer. He's gonna like it a lot. It's just a one episode thing. It'll last like an hour. It comes out in a couple of weeks. And yeah, let us know your comments down below. Who would you rather be, Hulk, Thor, King Valkyrie, Jane Foster? I don't know. Maybe Korg. Maybe you like that. And that's all right. And that's okay.
I don't need to know. Hey, you know what? On this one, wait till the next one to like, subscribe, and share.
No.
Wait till the next one because this one was sad.
We need the algorithm. Spend a year with the team don't even get 5 minutes.
Oh Lord.
Let us know in the comments down below what you think.
Hey,
this was the Rico Nico podcast.
Be with it.
Go on. Thank you for watching us, and thank you, Rico, for this podcast. Take it easy. I'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one.